Whoa, man. I'm looking at myself in the camera and I look sweaty. I don't know if it's because of the light or I'm getting sick. But whew, hopefully we're good. Discord, what has happened? How long does a baseball game take? Bro, it's crazy, man. Last night it was like a 6+ hour game. I gotta keep set for the stream. Maybe you can't do this to me. All right. We're gonna speed blitz this artwork. Let me find out. Let me find where I left off. Wait. I don't want your peaks to go cold. Oh wow. I remember that one. I wanted to use that one as my thumbnail. I couldn't find it. All right, I think that's gonna be our next thumbnail. Maybe we'll be able to read it. I got you. So let me just go to where I left off. The last piece of artwork I looked at was... Damn, he sent more, huh? He fucking sent more. The last artwork I saw was down here. I remember the last one I saw. I still remember. The last one I saw... This one. This was the last one I saw. So we just gotta go from right here. Depending on how long the video is, we either only do this or we continue reading after we're done with the artwork. I think we'll be able to read after the artwork. I think we'll be good. I don't know how many chapters we might be able to knock out, like at least 1 hour reading, but we'll see. Yeah, I think we'll be able to knock out about an hour of reading. I think we're good, Cammy. Yeah, I think we're good. What's the name of the YouTuber Andis, the new reader of LOTM? No, without the S. I think it's Undo? Undo. Yeah, you guys mentioned Undo is reading it. Yeah. Yeah, Undo, right? Undo. He had like a good beard. Good for him, man. I wish I had that fucking beard. I can't grow a beard. That's why I can only grow this and this. And even then, it's so, so patchy. Now I'm jealous. Here we go. What is that? Uh-oh. One sec. Yeah, but we are on chapter 12, 1,293. Holy shit, man. That is... We've read a lot, man. A part of me is sad because I know Wiz already finished it, but I know he's had more time than me to read it. Like, I know there's people out there that read quicker than me. I do feel bad it's taking me at least over a year at this point. But yeah, we have 100 chapters left, man. I was so excited. When we reached chapter 100, I was like, holy shit, I've read so much. I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to read this much again. At one point, I thought, like, maybe I won't be able to finish this series. And now where it's like, we're down to the last 100, guys. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking possible. We actually can finish this bitch. And we will finish this. I don't know how long it is before we start COI. Either we start... I think this is what I need to do. You know how I said I want to take at least a month off from COI so I can do other things? I think what I might do, at least read COI weekly for those 4 weeks. At least during that month off, I'll read it weekly, right? But not that long. We'll just like kind of like dip our toes in it. Oh, this is funny. I fucking love this. You guys remember Sherlock Holmes where he has like his mind castle? I feel like if Clang were to have a mind castle, this is what he see inside his castle. He see all his zooms. I fucking love though that Merlin just walks around with a Rhodes. I think this is Let's Play. I think this is my favorite persona because at least all of them, they're always kind of hiding something. But now Merlin, he's just being a bro. This pick is based on another novel of Cuttlefish, Embers ad Infinitum. Peak novel, very short too. Should I read that instead? Will Easy Geeky reach the end of the artwork? See you next time on Dragon Ball Geek. Hey, we did finish it. Wait, that was it? Oh shit, we were so close to the end, man. Oh, I just used this as one of my shorts thumbnails. Yeah, I saw this. I saw this shit pop up on my feed. Now, full disclaimer, I think this is what I saw earlier. Before we got the full reveal for Merlin and Hermes, I saw this again. So and when I saw that, I'm like, long hair, and I saw this, I'm like, I think this is Merlin. I remember looking at this, like, right when it came out, I'm like, shit, that's fucking Merlin, isn't it? And then I was like, yeah, it's not Cammy. I was like, yeah, Wiz used that as a thumbnail. I think that's it. Oh, shit, that's it. We were so close to the ending of the artwork last stream. All right, let's fucking read, man. Let's keep reading, bro. Merlin is there. Number 1 is beating German. He's a go to reason. Yeah, dude, he's fucking good. I mean, I do like German. I think German was like just the best character when it comes to like aura farming. But I do like Merlin just because of like how much of a cool character he is. Like, it's like Klein finally gets to kind of do what I assume he wants to do, and that's to help people, you know. And like now he actually gets to do that without like not necessarily hiding who he is. I mean, yes, he's acting as Merlin, right? He's acting as this wandering magician, but it's like, I find it cool. Oh, and you guys want a little tease? So my OC character, which I have not named. If you guys have any name suggestions, let's do it. I'm thinking Vale, Vale, but if you guys have a better idea, let me know. I don't know about last name. I don't want to do like a family name. I was just thinking Vale. If you guys have a better idea, let me know. But I found it funny how I'm like, oh, wandering magician. I was like, I'm gonna make my character the wandering book writer. So I took some inspiration. I took some inspiration from Merlin. I'm not gonna lie. We took a little bit of inspiration. That being said, let's fucking read, man. Let's get to it. Name him Morbius. Oh no, that's so bad. No, I can't do that. I don't think, no. I'm not gonna do that. Do this. Let's see how much we can read today. I am most likely gonna have to, no, I don't want to snippet the video, so I'm gonna just have to leave the video paused. Chapter 1293 is called Devil's Oil Painting. All right, let's keep going, man. Let me change the music. Chapter 1293 is called Devil's Oil Painting. In a warehouse that was being rebuilt in Pritz Harbor, FORS met her teacher, Dorian Gray Abraham. Once again, after a few days later, "Are you ready?" Dorian asked in a low voice. Back when they met, he had already informed FORS of the ritual requirement of the apprentice pathway sequence for a secret sorcerer so that she could make advanced preparations. More or less, I should be able to satisfy their requirements. FORS replied without any much confidence. The advancement ritual of a secret sorcerer was relatively simple, but in that case, simple was antonym, and I don't know how to read this word. It was antonym for the complex and not difficult. To FORS, she wished that it was something else. The ritual required the candidate to seal a demigod level creature with clear animosity. The less external help one received, the better the ritual effects. As for the target's level, as long as it was lower than demigod, it was fine. It had virtually no effect on the ritual. Upon hearing that, Dorian nodded and said that should be fine. The ritual is really difficult for a sequence 5 Beyonder to complete it on their own. It's necessary to seek help at appropriate times, but you mustn't go overboard, just exceeding the corresponding limitations. Otherwise, the ritual will definitely fail. The suggestion he had previously provided to FORS was to borrow a grade 1 sealed artifact. It would be best if she didn't even hire a saint-level helper. FORS said vaguely, I only plan on making a wish to Mr. Fool to increase the success rate of advancement after consuming the potion. This is closer to obtaining good luck when consuming the potion rather than being blessed and protected while sealing the demigod creature. Other than that, I'll be using the painting that you mentioned. The painting wasn't a grade 0 sealed artifact, the Scroll of God by the Abraham family grade 1 sealed artifact. It was called Devil's Oil Painting. In the 4th epoch, when many members of the Abraham family had advanced the sequence for a secret sorcerer, they had created the oil painting to seal the corresponding demigod level creatures. However, after being attacked by the Aurora Order and losing a lot of documents, Dorian Gray wasn't sure how many terrifying creatures were sealed in the Devil's Oil Painting. He was only certain that there was definitely more than one sealed inside. His original plan was to release a demigod level creature and was completely insane from the Devil's Oil Painting, one that acted purely out of instinct. This could then be his student's ritual target. This made it much easier than dealing with a rational and intelligent saint. Furthermore, it was completely in line with the ritual's requirements. But he never expected FORS to directly borrow the Devil's Oil Painting. Dorian frowned and reminded her, the Devil's Oil Painting only has the effect of imprisonment and sealing. It doesn't have the ability to actively affect the target. In other words, you have to stuff a demigod level creature into the Devil's Oil Painting. FORS nod indicating that she knew this. Teacher, you mentioned that the one's recorded ability isn't considered external help. Yes, Dorian Gray gave a definite answer. If he recorded powers were considered external help, almost no traveler could advance. After all, record was the core ability of the apprentice pathway before they became demigods. Once it was excluded, FORS would be left only with the means to flee, making it difficult for her to do anything to her enemies. In theory, that's the case. However, you can only record at most 5 demigod level powers, Dorian said worryingly. Before he finished his sentence, he thought of Mr. Fool and his blessed and felt a little more at ease. If the powers are matched well, it is impossible for me to succeed. It's just a mad creature that's acting on instinct. FORS tried convincing both her teacher and herself. Dorian nodded indiscriminately and didn't say anything else. He immediately summoned his contracted creature, Mal, who loves music. and took out a secret sorcerer main and supplementary ingredients. He then concocted a bottle secret sorcerer potion for his student. Oh, here we go. Secret sorcerer. If there's no way to complete the seal, then there's no way to forcibly consume it. Even the potion and glass bottle fuses together and turns into a sealed artifact. We can also pray to Mr. Fool to restore it to a beyond characteristic. Dorian continued to warn her warningly before handing the potion to FORS. Inside the glass bottle were layers of stellar radiances, as though the Milky Way in the sky has been sucked into the potion. This is a very dangerous potion, because now I'm over here thinking of the cosmos. Alright, FORS nodded heavily, indicating that she wasn't worried about the potion would be wasted. She had made plans ahead of time. She would immediately teleport away once she realized she couldn't seal the released demigod-level creature before making a wish to Mr. Fool and getting him to resolve it. Dorian then took out the oil painting from his suitcase, which was filled with abstract images. It was an image that no one could understand. Just looking at it would make one feel dizzy and mentally weak. This was the devil's oil painting that had been sealed countless terrifying creatures. If you can successfully advance, I can only have one request. Dorian held the devil's oil painting and said solemnly to FORS, that is, on the night of the full moon, listen to what Mr. Dor is saying and ask him the reasons for his actions. The members of the Abraham family still couldn't fully accept the curse they had suffered from that had stemmed from their ancestor. They felt that Mr. Dor might not know the consequences of his plea for help. They wished to figure out the full truth. Which is? Alright, faced with her teacher's sincere request, FORS agreed without any hesitation. Following that, she took the devil's oil painting, teleported out of Prince Harbor, and came to a vast desert where no humans lived. This way, even if an accident happened during the ritual, she had plenty of time to resolve it and not affect ordinary people. After checking the surroundings and preparing herself, FORS inserted the devil's oil painting into the ground. She then clasped her hands together and bowed her head to pray to Mr. Fool. She wished that he could increase her chances of advancing after consuming the potion. Without any pause, she saw the illusory grayish-white fog and knew that Mr. Fool had already responded. After stalling for a few seconds, you see, she stalls too, man. You see, I'm not the only staller, man. After stalling for a few seconds, FORS finally convinced herself. She took out the herbal powder she had prepared and she scattered it on the devil's oil painting. Then she recited the incantation to release the seal and Jotun. This was an incantation that only released one creature. Without a sound, the powder that was floating in the air landed on the oil painting and rapidly spun around at a central point. As it spun, the surface of the oil painting turned illusory as a deep vortex was forming. Suddenly, a bluish black had emerged from the vortex, one that showed signs of decay. It stretched out from the oil paintings to the outside world. FORS' body suddenly turned cold as though she had fallen into a frozen lake. While clearing up her mind, it also made her seem to lose control of her body. No matter how hard she tried, she was unable to move her limbs. At that moment, FORS seemed to return to her past state of writing books at night, sleeping during the day. At that time, she often felt that she had woken up, but she couldn't move at all. It was as though she was being pressed down by the invisible creature. Although the terrifying creature in the devil's oil painting had yet to fully escape, its influence on the outside world with its godhood made FORS lose most of her ability to resist. Once it fully escapes from the oil painting, FORS would even lose control merely from looking at it directly. Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. The difference between the two in their lives' natural order was unimaginable in certain aspects. Gradually, FORS' consciousness blurred a little, having a nagging feeling that she was already lucid. She raised her arms and moved her feet, but on a second thought, she realized that it was only her imagination. As her body turned colder, the feeling of being pressed down by an invisible creature became more obvious. Fortunately, she had a bunch of demigods providing her information, allowing her to close her eyes in time. She didn't look at the devil's oil painting, otherwise the consequences would be dire. Using cogitation to maintain a certain level of clarity, FORS began counting down. According to Mr. World's warning, she knew that the terrifying creature would need 5 seconds to completely escape the devil's oil painting. 4, 3, 2. With just 1 second left, an illusory book appeared in FORS' eyes. It quickly flipped and stopped on one page. 1. Just as FORS finished counting, she suddenly spread open her arms. Around her, peach blossoms fell into a colorful resplendence. The bluish black hand was about to grab her neck, move away from her, and blocked by the peach forest that was blooming with vegetation flowers. It was separated by the mountain that was her forest river source, making it only possible for it to enter through a small cave. This was a fairy tale magic she recorded a fairy tale magic. This was a fairy tale magic FORS had recorded from Mam Hermit. It was called Pink Flowers? What is it? Peach Blossom Source? Where is this from? It could create an isolation barrier from the outside world, making it very difficult for the outside world to connect to it. Seizing this opportunity, FORS, who barely managed to regain control of her body, took out a queen chess piece from Brazil's chest from a pocket and threw it to the source of the peach blossom scene. Throwing it at the cave that penetrated through the flowing river, this was another fairy tale magic she had recorded called the Chessboard of Time. prop the myth of Peach Blossom Banquet in China. Oh, I'm over here thinking of like a Disney movie. I am so dumb. Because remember how back then what was it? She did Cinderella, right? Not Cinderella. What did she do? Didn't she do Cinderella? So I'm over here like, oh, what Disney movie? Like, duh, this is made in China. Cuttlefish, he's from China, so it makes sense. That's like Chinese myths. Yes, Cinderella. Okay, so that's why I was thinking of Disney. Its effect was to slow the target's movements as though it had entered a region in which time flowed slower. With a smack, the actions of the bluish black palms that was trying hard to break through the peach blossom source changed from extending outwards to squirming. FORS didn't even look at the effect. She used an invisible hand to pick up the devil's oil painting that was stuck in her sand, and she held it right up to the cave. After 1 or 2 seconds, the bluish black palm returned to normal. Its movements became extremely fast as it charred out of the peach blossom source and crashed into the oil painting. As the oil painting shook, the terrifying creature penetrated the surface and landed in it. FORS was delighted. Without any hesitation, she recited the incantation and closed the outer seal of the devil's oil painting. Thankfully, that demigod creature had already lost control and left nothing but madness and lax intelligence. I wonder if I would directly hear Mr. Door's shouts after consuming the potion. Most likely. Sorry, without me again? No, we were waiting for you, dude. Still nervous, FORS took out the secret sorcerer's potion bottle and poured it into her mouth, and she's fucking ascending. Here we go. Oh shit, that was the end of the chapter. Oh my god. Okay, we gotta stop right there. Look, no, I'm not trying to betray you guys. Dude, I read that so quickly, at least in my mind. I want to fucking keep reading and see what's gonna happen with FORS. But I do have to head out. We have a slight emergency. I'm gonna be gone for like 30 minutes, so that means I should be back before 5 p.m. So because I love you guys, if I can and everything is a-okay, I will read 1 more hour and miss 1 hour of the World Series. And hopefully knock out 1 more hour of reading. So that should be like another 4 or 5 chapters if we can get it. What's an easy stream without emergencies? Hey, it happens, man. You know what? Wait, no. We've had like 2 emergency streams, I think. Mommy FORS will miss easy. She will. She's gonna have to wait. What do you mean? It's only midnight here? Oh shit, it's only midnight for you? Alright, so this is the plan. I will end stream. If I come back, I will restart stream before the hour. So for me, it's 4:14. So before the hour, I will restart stream if I can. And if I don't restart stream... Look, how do I have an hour and 45 minutes of free time. But I have to dedicate at least half of it right now to something that came up with the missus. And if everything's a-okay, we should be able to read a little bit more. That being said, I'm gonna silently let you guys go. And this is the only... If you don't restart, I will cry. I know. It's like 50-50 right now. So I'm a dip quickly. And just so you know, this is the second 1-chapter stream. Okay? This is it. We've only had 2 1-chapter streams. The first 1-chapter stream, the demoness hit me. I don't know if you guys remember. The second I ended stream, I fucking threw up, and I was gone for like a week because I was pretty sick. But hopefully we restart. We ain't seeing him again today, guys. And look, man, if you guys don't see me, like, it's gonna be bad. If you guys don't see me again today and the Dodgers win, you guys are not gonna see me tomorrow because we gotta watch the whole game. And if they lose, you guys won't see me again on Thursday. And if they fucking lose again, I'm gonna be so mad. You guys won't see me again on Friday because the World Series. Oh man, it's like it's best out of 7 for people that don't know baseball. It's first person to get 4 wins, and we're good. So if you guys want to know my streaming schedule, just check to see if the Dodgers are winning or not. Easy gonna be gone for 8 years, and then imagine I'm gone for 8 years and we don't come back until like season 4. They're like, hey guys, check out, I have like 7 children, and they're like, these are my children. This is easy 1, easy 2, walk, and I'm like introducing you guys the family just because we AFK'd for that long. Imagine we just ghost YouTube for like 8 years, and then we had like fucking 5 little easies. That'd be the most randomest shit. No, that will never happen. Oh man, both technically, leaving YouTube and kids. We're good right now, but I'm gonna let you guys go. We'll be back hopefully soon, and I'm gonna see you guys. Hopefully, I promise I will be back as quickly as I can. And if not, Dodgers, I am sorry. But peace out. I'll be right back. I am sorry. I wanted to read more, but we couldn't read more. I couldn't stream earlier. I'm sorry. I love you all. Peace.